In this video, I'm going to teach you how to write an email or the electronic mail. So if you want to learn how to write a perfect or a good email, then you want to watch this video to the end to learn how. Let's begin by understanding what an email is. And actually, this is a way of sending information, that is written information or written message through electronic device. Straight to the format of an email. We are going to take the informal one, that is the one that you send to your friends, relative, or the family. Okay, it does not have much difference with the formal mail. So the difference is just on the tone that you're going to use, the language that you're going to use in the mail. So straight, let's go to the format. The parts of an email. And the first one is the from. This is the person sending the email. From the from, we have the to. And this is the recipient or recipients of the mail. It can be one, it can be two. From that, we have the CC, which means carbon copy. If a copy of the mail has to pass through someone else, then we have to indicate their email address at this point. So the CC is optional. You'll have to read your question and understand it, whether it asks you to send a copy through someone. So in your question, you'll see things like this. If you have to include the CC, copy in to your brother or your friend. A copy of the same has to pass through the principal, right through. So that is when you have to include the CC. But if you don't have that information, then you have to leave this part out. Date, it's the date that you're sending the email. And remember, you have to give a full date. For example, today is 17th October 2022. From there, we go to the subject. And this is a brief statement, a very brief statement explaining what the mail is about. For example, if it's about a birthday party, you can call it birthday party, or guidance and counseling if it's about guiding, and so on. So that is how you write the subject. It has to be very brief. Salutation. Remember, the salutation comes after the subject. So this is where you indicate dear sir, dear madam, dear Semi. If you're sending it to me, it's dear Semi automatically. And then from the salutation, we have the body. This is the part where you write the information that you want to communicate to your friend. So give detailed information. If you need to include the time, the date, the place, and the venue, make it clear and brief. And from the salutation, we are going to the signing off. So you'll have to skip a line after the body, which is very short, maybe 1 or 2 paragraphs. You skip a line and then sign off. Remember, we don't sign. You just have to write your name, one name actually, because it is something that is informal, no signature. So I hope that you have understand the structure, the format of an email. Now we are going to give an example and try it together to make sure that you understand. So I'm going to read the question. Your brother, who has been studying abroad, is coming home and the family has organized a party. Write an email inviting your friend Nelly and Josh to the party. Copy in your brother who is organizing the party. Now we are going to apply these rules to this part. So we say the first part is usually the from. And who is it from? It's from you, because it's your brother. So I have assumed it's from me. So I'm going to start with a from. And we have the from. It's semirin@gmail.com. Okay, I'm going to explain this one. Because you're not supposed to give a name, you're supposed to give the email address. The email address has 2 parts. And the first part is usually, let me rewrite it again first. So we have something like semirin@gmail.com. So this one, the first part is the mailbox, which is your name, and I'll prefer you using the lowercase. Second part is from this one, the domain. The domain name, I can't explain that more, but it's things like at Gmail, at yahoo.com, at hotmail.com. So you have to make sure that you have these two, the mailbox and the domain name. So we have the from, is from semirin@gmail.com. I'm using the lowercase letters. So I'm going to the next part, it's to. And the question is asking you, write an email inviting your friends, Nelly and Josh, to the party. So we have the two of them and we have to include all of them. We have Nelly at hotmail.com. We're gonna add our comma there and then add Josh32 at gmail.com. From the recipient, here this part is a must because we have been asked. Copy in your brother who is organizing the party. That is why we are having the CC. But if the question did not state that, then we could not be having this part. We could be having from the to and then the date. So we're including the brother, and I'm assuming the name of the brother is Mark112 at gmail.com. Date. And remember, you have to give a full date. That is why I'm having 17th October 2022. From the date, we are going to skip there. We're going to skip one line and go to the subject. And this is a very short statement about what our mail is about. And it's about homecoming party. Because it's something that is informal. That is why I'm having my subject as the homecoming bash, the homecoming party. From this one now, we are going to our salutation. There are two, we have Nelly and we have Josh. That is why I'm having my salutation as dear friends. So from that, we are gonna go to the main message, the main message that we're gonna send to our friends. So I'm gonna read you the body of my email because I don't have that much space to write. Greetings. Hope this finds you in good health. Eventually, my brother Mark is coming home from the United States after 2 years. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to his homecoming bash on Thursday, 19th October 2022. At our home in Nakuru. The party will begin at 2:00 p.m. Be sure to keep time. Come with a friend and be ready to have fun. So that is the body of my mail. So I have communicated by message clearly. So I have given the venue, the date and the time in details. But then it does not have to be very long. It has to be brief. So after the body, you are going to skip a line. The way I've skipped a line here. We are not supposed to sign. Can we see you then? And then the name of the sender, who is Semi. So see you then and then Semi. Or maybe it can be your friend Semi. I hope that by now you are in a good position to write an electronic mail for the sake of your examination.